I guess if we say stuff here, it's kind of like the end of the episode where we're talking to each other.
I mean,
but the irony, it's not really irony so much as it is I literally can't hear you because I don't have my headphones on. So really it's just me waxing poetic without knowing what you're saying, hoping that your responses to my statements aren't
offensive.
Aren't cutting. But what are you gonna do? I'm gonna edit this.
I knew something was off.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Do you think charging my headphones after a minute will do the trick? Probably not. We're gonna get some beeps during the middle of this guy. That's fine. We'll risk it for the biscuit.
Oh yeah.
We're risking it for the biscuit. And there we are. Hello everyone, welcome to this episode of Next to the Form. My name is Harrison, I'm your host with the most. I am joined by this guy.
What's up, what's up?
This guy, good guy, Gary. Hello, happy March.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy Daylight Savings next weekend.
Happy Daylight Savings next weekend. Yeah.
It's almost spring.
It's spring, so we spring forward.
We spring forward, so we lose an hour.
We lose an hour. Yeah. And that's going to be what day?
Sunday. Saturday to Sunday.
Saturday to Sunday.
Yeah.
Oof. That's going to be a rough one.
Yeah, it's never my favorite time. It's one of those things like I just don't know why we still use and like adhere to daylight savings. It's such an old, outdated thing. We've moved from being an agrarian society, so that extra hour, I don't know if it really does anybody any good.
Something about farmers, right?
Yeah, so hold on, let me here we go. This is the one day that I wish I had my other computer with me so I could while I'm here. But let's look at the origins of daylight saving.
What's up, y'all? While he looks that up, you like my new haircut? Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. Okay.
Good.
Daylight savings time.
I call this the Harrison.
Oh, so you're looking fresh? Oh, so what you're saying is you're just looking fresh to death with a high bald fade?
No.
Okay. So daylight savings time, you jerk, also referred to daylight savings, is the practice of adding clocks of advancing clocks during warmer months so that darkness falls at a later clock time. DST was first implemented in the US with the Standard Time Act of 1918, a wartime measure for 7 months during World War I in the interest of adding more daylight hours to conserve energy resources. Year-round DST or wartime was implemented again during World War II. Interesting. Okay, hold on. The one is set clocks forward, blah, 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 blah. The idea of aligning waking hours to daylight hours to conserve candles was first proposed by 1784 by U.S. polymath Benjamin Franklin. In a satirical letter to the editor of the Journal of Paris, Franklin suggested that waking up earlier in the summer would economize on candle usage and calculated considerable savings. That's interesting.
Oh.
Hmm.
I don't like it.
Yeah, so, I thought it was kind of like what you were saying. I thought it was used more so that there was like an extra to like align more with the like harvest,
Harvest schedule.
right?
Yeah, in like daylight.
But it appears that it kind of like original ideas was more for um like not that. It was all brought up upon us because Benjamin Franklin wanted to save people money on candle usage, because that
There
was a
you go.
thing that people had to worry about back in the whatever
Yeah,
colonial
colonial
times.
era. Yeah, it's Benjamin Franklin, right?
Yeah, so in the late
Colonial.
18th or
Yeah.
late 16th century, I can never remember if the century, the years for the century, like if it's the 16th century, if it's the 1700s or the 1500s. 16th century is okay, so whatever the number of the century it is the 100 years prior to that. So 16th century would be 1500. So we're talking late 18th century America when this whole idea came about, and then was actually like put into law in 1918.
Wait, 16, like you said, what, what era?
So it was the 18th, late 18th century.
Late 18th, so it's not colonial.
That was kind of colonial.
Kind of.
It was
Six
a little post-colonial.
post-colonial.
18th century was known as um I don't know if it had like an actual,
Actual name. I'm trying to look for it.
yeah.
Like,
um I mean, there was a lot of revolutions. The century of lights or the century of reason in continental Europe. So it was kind of the Enlightenment. We're talking like Enlightenment era.
because 19th was the era of industrialization.
Yeah. So I guess this would kind of be the Enlightenment. We'll go with that. We'll take it. I mean,
That's not.
I'm not really
That's,
an historian, so the 17th century was the early modern, or falls into the early modern period of Europe. The Baroque age. That's fun. Okay, cool. So there you
if it
go.
ain't Baroque, if it ain't
Don't
Baroque,
fix
don't
it.
fix it.
The more the more you know. So yeah, so there you go. Thanks 18th century Benjamin Franklin for what was probably the worst idea ever. And then thank you, America of 1918, for passing that law that made daylight savings time a thing.
But oh, did they? I wonder if they saved candles. I mean, I guess they did save candles.
So I guess, like, at the end of the day, there was something to be, like, a little bit gained from it, but I don't know. I can't say it was, like, worth it, if I'm being
Yeah.
fully honest. because all I know is that that Sunday of our area meeting is always the worst.
For people at home who are watching, and I got a little bit of feedback from a viewer, and they're like, "You guys always say inside jokes that we have no idea what we're talking about." I'm like, "Oh, I'll explain a little bit more, I guess." We're going to a training weekend this weekend called TOC, and that's what, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, it's Saturday to Sunday. And it's in truth that Saturday into Sunday is the worst.
Yeah, well, yeah, yeah, it is the worst. Um, we always stay out. Not out. The party goes to like what, three sometimes.
Wicked late for no reason.
Staff party. Yeah.
For literally no reason. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. Usually by the end, I mean, I'm grateful that the DJ at this party plays like a nice variety of music.
It's been getting better.
It's been getting a lot better. I will just say that of the staff after parties, from a music perspective, this one is one of my favorites because there's a good mix of music, quality mix of music. Um,
Hmm.
every single other staff party I've been to this past year, I've wanted to leave very quickly.
Yeah, yeah. Salsa bachata, salsa
Yeah,
bachata, salsa
and like there's nothing wrong with salsa and bachata. Like for some people that's their fave thing ever, and that's okay. But, as a hustle guy, I would like a little bit of variety. It's the spice of
Yes,
life.
yes.
It is the literal spice of life. And here we are, you know, 2.5 hours into a staff party. It's like midnight 30, maybe 2 a.m. And all I've heard is salsa and bachata. I mean, like, if I wanted that, I would have just stayed home and gone to Havana Club
Definitely.
and still not had any
Definitely.
fun because I don't like going out dancing salsa and bachata.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Like at least that you know what? I can't even say that they're quick either. The salsas that are usually played in clubs and at parties are like
The
so
longest
quick.
songs on the entire planet.
Like,
So, like, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it, and I
you
don't
got it.
know. Like, who in the world of salsa sets those regulations? Because we need to have a long, hard, honest talk with them about the length of their songs.
Yeah.
Like Mark Anthony, I
Just do.
love you to pieces. Great music. Kind of a trash person. But there is no reason why a song that you sing needs to be 7 minutes long.
I'm
There's
like,
no reason.
it's like the choruses are so long.
And then DJs, there's no reason for you to be playing a song for 7 minutes. Like people be getting
Yeah,
tired. That's just my opinion though.
really tired. Really tired.
Real tired.
Really
I
tired.
I've got feelings about it, obviously. Ugh. But that's just me. That's just me. Anywho, um, yeah. So what has been going on? What's the good word? I'm trying to think of like
Um,
what all has been happening these last couple of weeks.
Well, I believe last episode we came back from Cabo,
Yeah, we had just come back from
which
Cabo. It was Black History Month.
it was just Black History Month. Um, Preparing for Worlds coming up.
Hooray. Can't wait.
Exciting. And can't wait. Can't wait. Um, it was for a second I was like, man, should I go? Because listen, the tickets during this St. Patrick's Day weekend, best time to have a dance around there on a holiday.
I don't know if I would say it's the best time, but it's
Yeah.
certainly a time to have a dancerama on a holiday.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Certainly a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard out here. It be getting hard out here trying to like go to these competitions on like holiday weekends
Oh,
in these cities like St. Patrick's Day in New Orleans. Now, granted, I know that New Orleans isn't really known for its Irish population,
I don't think it is either.
right? So, I mean, with the aside from the fact that you know, mainstream American Irish celebration of St. Patrick's Day is largely about, you know, drinking and boozing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, so I mean, I guess that would be a reason why it would be big in New Orleans because that's like the whole thing. But why
It's like the
is it
biggest
so big?
to go to New Orleans for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
I feel like New Orleans is the place to go to celebrate anything though. It doesn't have to be just Mardi Gras.
I
It
mean, I
can be
guess.
whatever you want to celebrate as a person as well too.
Yeah, but that could be like any city.
True.
But like if I were to Google what is New Orleans known for,
Mardi Gras.
like one of the things, yeah, thank you, but I can guarantee St. Patrick's Day is not on this list. It's
It's like number two on the list.
maybe, I don't know, we'll see. It is known for its distinctive music, Creole cuisine, unique dialects, and its annual celebrations and festivals, most notably Mardi Gras. So there you go.
There we go.
So that's, yeah, it just boggles my mind. But I was looking up like St. Patrick's Day and like why it's that big of a deal. Um and I learned some really interesting facts about St. Patrick. So first and foremost, one of the biggest things is that St. Patrick wasn't even Irish. So that's like the first little bit is that St. Patrick's Day, not even an Irish guy.
Not even Irish guy.
No.
Okay.
So he was born in Britain near the end of the 4th century. So like Irish by extension if we're looking like, in Great Britain. But at that point, it was the 4th century, so that means the 300s. And so he wasn't even like that they were still like separate entities basically at that point. So then, let's see. Near the end of the 4th century, he was taken prisoner by Irish raiders when he was 16. He spent 6 years in captivity in Ireland, where he eventually became a devout Christian. So there you go.
There we go.
Um, he believed God's voice spoke to him in a dream and told him to leave Ireland, and he escaped. Later, in another dream, he wrote an angel told him to return to Ireland as a missionary, and he became a priest after a 15-year period of study. While many believe Patrick was responsible for bringing Christianity to Ireland, History.com reports his mission was to minister to existing Irish Christians as well as convert non-Christians. Patrick became a significant feature in Ireland because he chose to incorporate traditional Irish culture and ritual into his practice, like merging the sun, an existing Irish symbol, with the traditional cross to create the famed Celtic cross. So there you go.
He,
Yeah.
he invented that copyright St. Patrick.
But you know what's one of the most interesting things is even though Saint Patrick was a Catholic priest and a Catholic missionary, he was never actually canonized by the Catholic Church.
So he's not even a saint.
No, but he remains a saint through long-standing historical popularity. So there you go.
I wonder if the other saints are like, no,
Right, they were like, St. Patrick, right?
Because
He's not a real saint. He's not even a real saint.
Like, what if you die, you go to heaven, right? And then you like see saints or whatever in heaven. I'm not sure. I did grow up Catholic too, anyways. But
yeah, right.
But when you go, and then you're like, oh, hey, all you guys, like, all you saints, what's up? My favorite saint is Saint Patrick. Where is he at? Where's Saint Patrick? And they're like, oh, he's not a saint. Sorry, he's not here. Oh, it's up.
But I mean, like, if you were to, like, I guess, throw a dart at a dartboard of all of the people who have been canonized by the Catholic Church and, like, elevated to sainthood, odds are you're going to land on a Saint Patrick. Because according to the Google, there are about 7,000, if not anywhere between 7 to 10,000 canonized saints.
Okay, so why wasn't Saint Patrick the homeboy?
Because
The Celtic cross, like, how come he's not a saint?
I don't think he actually had a I don't know if he actually had like a miracle.
Yeah.
So yeah, but for what it's worth, St. Patrick is the patron saint of Ireland. You're supposed to invoke St. Patrick against snake bites.
Yep.
And his liturgical color is purple for a Lenten weekday. So there you go.
You know what? You know when you can wear purple as well too?
Say what? Oh yeah, on Mardi Gras, which is Fat Tuesday.
Oh, you can wear purple.
Fat Tuesday.
Purple and green.
And gold.
And gold.
Yeah, so they're supposed to.
Well, purple and green.
Oh yeah.
Only related to St. Patrick.
But they mean different things, which is kind of cool. The colors of Mardi Gras.
So that's what I'm saying. I feel like a lot of St. Patrick's fans have purple and green, and you know what? They probably, they might as well go back to New Orleans to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, since purple and green are also associated with that holiday.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Oh, the colors of Mardi Gras were chosen in 1872, but it wasn't until 1892 that they were each assigned their meanings.
So what do the colors mean for Mardi Gras?
Purple means, hold on, let me scroll back up to the picture because it was, purple is supposed to stand for justice.
Nice.
Gold represents power, and green represents faith.
I saw you wearing some green today too.
Yeah, I was looking fly.
Yeah.
I was looking
We had
fly.
we had our metal ball today, and it was pretty fun. A lot of great turnout with the students.
I'm
Mm,
saying it was a good time.
it was a good time.
There were, I had to have this conversation with multiple people. So let's talk. Let's just talk. Let's just talk about the elephant that was in the room.
Hmm. Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
The elephant that was in the room. Um, it was certainly a choice that was made.
I can't hear you.
Shut up, you can hear me.
When what? Sorry. It might be
Oh my
like
god, I'm just gonna pull up a
the way how you're
picture
talking.
of like um well, here's
No.
the deal. And okay. So there was a
Yeah.
statue that was down in the thing. Um down in like one of the rooms. It was themed Mardi Gras, and let
Yeah.
I will say that the statue itself probably wasn't like the most PC. It was just a bit minstrelly, you know. There was a bit of like a minstrel vibe to it. But I there were a couple of things that I said and will continue to say about it and about that particular statue, regardless of how people felt. Did I think, like, could they have chosen a completely different statue? Yeah, I'm sure. But one, I didn't care enough, mostly because I had about seven other things that I was concerned about in that moment, that the minstrel looking statue of a black jazz musician was not at the top of my list of concerns in that moment. Like I this not I I'm here today to say that racism and the effects of racism are with us, and they'll be here with us for a hot minute. They're not going anywhere. But sometimes we have to sometimes we have to pick our battles, and in that moment that was not the battle that I wanted to pick. If that's
Man,
if that's fair.
I thought you were talking about the music, man. I was like,
Oh,
you
I
were
wasn't
gonna go
talking about the
straight there.
music. I wasn't even going to get into the music. The music
You were
itself
gonna
was
go
a mess.
straight
The music
there.
was a mess.
You're gonna straight there.
Oh
You're gonna
yeah,
straight
we're going.
there.
I'm not easing us into the conversation.
Oh man. Oh man.
How
Oh
did
man. Oh
you
man.
feel
How
about
I
it?
feel? Yeah, I mean, I don't think that was a accurate representation of but like you gotta. I mean, like if you probably if you type in like New Orleans figurine statue, like even if you try to like Google, there's probably just like not many options for
And
that.
that was
There's
kind of my 100%. I feel that wholeheartedly. Like when and actually here I there's an actual picture of the exact statue that was there. Let me see if
but still though, I don't know, man. I don't
I
know.
mean, I think it's one of those things like when you're if you are trying to evoke or invoke the image a of New Orleans Mardi Gras, one of the first things that's going to come to your mind, and this is just the case, is black musicians, jazz music, right? Like that's one of the first things. Now I'm looking at this page of like I typed in New Orleans jazz figurine, and there are oodles of less like Mamie or mammy minstrelly looking statues that could have been used in that moment. What was I think what's the term? Is it jugaboo or jigaboo?
Yes, yes, that is the term.
Yeah. Like it had a bit of that a little bit of that vibe.
A little bit.
I would okay, so and here's what I say. I would say it had that vibe only because the lips of the guy were painted red.
Are you supposed to be? Is this supposed to be convincing me that?
No, that is why I said jigaboo. It had hints of that because the guy's lips were painted like a bright red.
Yeah.
But for what it's worth, I'm also not expecting wasn't expecting a statue to begin with. Two, I'm not really expecting like a catering company in Massachusetts, like Framingham, Massachusetts, to be able to easily find a figurine for a Mardi Gras theme party, like here, without having to like really outsource. You can Amazon it or hop online. I know. So all I'm saying is I saw it. I was like, oh boy, people were up in arms. I was like, I have about 7 other things I really care and need to worry about at this moment. So if you guys want to be upset about it and move the statue, great. But I've got to deal with some things. That's all. That's my viewpoint.
Yeah, no, yeah. I don't know. I just looked at it. I was like, yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm like, so it came from the
Yeah, it was the catering companies.
catering service.
They were looking for the statue afterwards because they were responsible for setting up the table.
Yeah, yeah. It was under. I think
Yeah.
it was under the
So like
table.
and to that end, right? I'm not like could we send them a letter afterwards and be like, "Hey, just so you know, like that statue's not it." Right? Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. But to that end, like sometimes people have blinders on.
yeah, yeah.
And for what it's worth, like it was a statue of a black person playing a jazz instrument for a Mardi Gras themed party. Like it was a little on the nose,
Yeah.
but it tied in minstrel show, like notwithstanding, it tied in with the theme. Could they have chosen something else? 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Do I
Mm-hmm.
wish they did? For sure.
Oh
But there we were. Nobody died. Nobody cried.
yeah. I remember when my attention got brought to it, and it was like, oh yeah, oh wow, okay, all right, yeah.
Well, and that was the thing. That was my response too.
I'm like,
I was like, okay, well, this was a choice. Like my day's not ruined. Like I'm still gonna eat these hush puppies. Like The fuck? I'm still gonna eat all this food.
Mm.
Also because
Oh,
all I
who
had
done
was
it?
the yogurt.
The who done it video cast. That
Yeah.
was an event. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that
Um,
was a lot of fun.
shout out to
CC.
CC
I'm
and Mark Leitner, because they weren't in the credits. So,
Oh, I completely forgot. Yeah,
yeah,
they weren't there.
it's all right. I called CC afterwards, and I was like, "Yo, girl,
It looked really
I'm
good.
so sorry."
Like it looked real good.
Thank you.
Um yeah, that was a
It will
really
be
good
available
show.
soon.
Hooray.
It will be available soon.
Yeah, I had a really good time with that. That was a lot of fun. Did you know I was filming on Kristen's phone today, like shooting some things. Did you know, have you
Yeah.
used cinematic or like what is it? Cinema?
Yes,
That view
it. Yes, I have. It's exclusive to the
to that
13
new
and
iPhone that she
14s,
has?
the 13s and 14s.
I was having so much fun with that. The number of little like
Yeah,
cinema films I was taking. Ooh, child. So like if we use that phone next year for Who Done It, those films are about to be popping.
yeah. I probably wouldn't do the cinematic mode because those file sizes will be
Hmm.
unbelievable, and that will cause me a huge load of trouble
Yeah. Yeah. I see that.
doing that.
Yep.
Unless I have a new device
Hmm.
that can handle. That's not 8 gigabytes of RAM, and that's probably maybe 16 or 24 gigabytes of RAM because I still have a fast computer, but it does not have much memory or storage.
Hmm.
Um,
We should
I
look
would
into that.
uh, we're
Should
looking
look
into it.
into it. Um, but anywho, all of that notwithstanding, yeah, the music today was like what? So what was
Yeah,
that? Was it just like one of the chords that was dead, dying?
I don't know. It still didn't really give. It still wasn't after they. I don't know. Did they change out a chord?
I don't think so.
No.
Wasn't it also the same problem that we had last year?
Yeah, but I mean, like, I wouldn't necessarily use those speakers because those are mains. They're main speakers. There's mains, monitors, and subwoofers, and usually use a combination of like mains. You wouldn't just only use mains. You would use like mains and subs
Well, I'm
for
sure that
the.
means something.
I
Mains.
don't think they're the right speakers. I don't think they're the right speakers for the occasion. I don't know.
What kind of speakers should they be using?
Monitors, like something that has, because I feel like because mains only have like cater to the high register, like high end, and subwoofers are like like subwoofers subs in your car, like boop 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 boop, cater to the low end. So with a combination of both of them,
So we
mains
need
and
to
like
use like our speakers.
yeah, okay, because like okay, so on the top of those speakers we have on the top, they're mains, little tiny main speakers, and they cater to they speed most of the high frequency, and then the ones on the bottom, they're not like they are subs, but they're like more like monitor subs that like push more of the low end, but medium end, but like those are for the bass. And so imagine if we only had the little high, like the little speakers. Have you heard the little speakers like on top of of ours?
I think so. I mean, I hear
Like have you?
sound coming out from them.
There you go.
So
But anyways,
yes.
I don't know. Mm.
Well, yeah, that's why I mean like the sound quality was not great, but that's why I came over to everybody during team match and was like, "Hey, everybody, be quiet for just a little bit." Because
Yeah,
that first, what was it, a salsa?
yeah.
both our team and the green team, we were all like, I'm sure there's a beat somewhere in this
Fine, yeah.
song.
Pick one and
Pick a
then yeah,
beat and just go with it.
and go.
But you know, it's something like if I can't hear the beat in the song, you know there's a problem. You know there's
Yeah,
problem.
the salsas were kind of hard no matter what, even
Yeah.
during the general dancing. So
Yeah. There was a lot of just like, well, we're just gonna make this rhythm up as we go. But isn't that just what dancing is? Just making it up as you go?
yeah, I kind yeah. I guess so. I mean, I don't know.
I
I'm
mean
kind of like
that's what I do.
well, I mean, like I kind of like I like playing Tetris when I dance, as in like I like to know the next five moves I'm gonna do, you know,
Ah,
and then so I think about like five moves that I'm gonna do, you know, and then same like chess. I probably think about like the next 10 moves I'm gonna do,
see,
and hopefully,
I am just real bad at chess, so you won't catch me being good at it.
we all know about you and Tetris.
Okay, so again, Gary, we're not going to sit here on this podcast, and all of the people at home watching are not going to sit here and allow you to bully me
Well, I mean, they already allowed me to kick your butt
in
when you play
this the
Tetris the
year of
first
our
time.
Lord 2023. Our viewers
No,
are
they
not
have to.
gonna our viewers are not gonna sit idly by and allow you to bully me. Isn't that right, viewers at home? Post in the chat right now if you will not allow Gary to bully me. Thank
We just gotta
you.
play a game that we just gotta play a game that like you want to play.
Thank you, everybody who's posting in chat right now that Gary can't see.
Which chat? Let
Oh,
me
don't
see.
worry about it.
I'm about to jump in that chat.
Don't worry about it. Which chat do you think? You guys you're so funny. Look at you guys. Oh man. Wow. Yeah, that Gary guy really doesn't know what he's talking about. He's a hater for sure.
It literally happened on the podcast. I'm sorry.
He's like a bully. And then you wonder why. Like, this is why, bad things happen,
No, I
Gary,
know I
because
have bragging
God,
rights.
The Lord on high, doesn't like ugly. He
Ooh.
don't like ugly. So if you act ugly, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm gonna say. The mo you know. Q Star and Rainbow.
Mm,
Didn't it was Mary J. Blige who said it. She said it. We don't
no,
need no
Mary J. Blige.
hateration or holleration in this dancery. And here you are bringing
I
nothing
was
but
gonna play this.
hateration, holleration into this dancery. No more pain. No more pain.
Hmm.
No drama.
Are you doing a session at TMC?
No. I only got to do the one and I haven't been invited back yet.
Oh,
I know.
I'm gonna eventually let
Soon.
you be in your sessions. They're fun.
Soon.
You should do a hustle session.
That could be fun. I gotta win more things,
One more things.
and keep coaching places, and keep making a name for myself or something. I don't
Well,
know.
you know what? Hopefully, we'll do some things in worlds. You know what?
Well,
We'll
they're not
do
doing a
in
hustle in worlds. It's lame. They're doing
what
all
are
of
they
the.
doing?
They're doing all.
Also, West Coast.
They're doing, yeah, all the booty dances.
Like, come on,
Booty.
I know hustle's your thing, but
Booty.
get down. Put some of your hustle in other dances.
Oh, I mean, my West Coast swing is not the problem.
Okay. I feel you.
I'm just kidding. Can you imagine?
I feel you.
Yeah, it's just like it's not a dance that I'd like to compete in.
Yeah, I feel you. You know what? I like want West Coast swing to feel like West Coast swing when I'm dancing at competition. I don't know. I wish like I wish what I was dancing like out on the floor represented what is being danced like at the professional level of any style, you know, but you know. I mean, everybody looks amazing, while dancing what they do, you know.
I'm not saying anything, but I'm just saying that if, the judges actually judged the dances based off of what the dance is actually supposed to look like, based off of what's actually happening out in the real world, I feel like there's one, they wouldn't have enough people to actually put in the final. Um, so there's that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
two, I feel like a lot of people would be upset because a certain so and so and what's it so and name, wouldn't be in the final, even though they're related to some other people, and the people who normally win everything all the time wouldn't make it into the final because they're clean but mid. I don't know. It's just it's I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. But all I'm saying is that I'm not saying anything.
and the spicy bits. The
Well,
spicy
okay.
bits.
My
I just like
feeling,
dancing.
I just like dancing. I just like dancing.
I just like
I
dancing.
just like to dance. And I like to see other people dancing and not being carried.
Backpack, backpack.
uh
See,
not
these are the
Dora.
inside jokes. These are the inside jokes. I have people coming up to me, in the public arena, like Gary, your podcast. I'm like, my podcast it's Harrison's.
Who?
Um,
Name one. Wow. Why are you gonna sit here and lie? Name one. Whom?
no,
Whomst.
I'm not gonna name names. I can't name names. I'm not gonna name names, but they're like. I don't understand anything you're saying.
I want to see what is Brielle doing right now.
Inside jokes. Inside jokes. It's Brianna. It's not Brianna.
What is Brielle doing? I want to get her onto this podcast like right now.
Oh, like what? Oh, can we just like pop her in?
Yeah. Hold on. Brielle.
Do you have a third person set up on yours?
I can.
Let's get Brianna. Just call her. Can you FaceTime call her? How I can? No wait. She has a Discord.
She's got to. She's a nerd. Let's see. I'll send the info. Nope, that's not her. Nope, that's not her. Yeah, I'm starting to get mad frustrated because somehow all of these students now have like my Facebook or even like my phone number.
Who?
I don't know. I got a photo from like of food the other day. And I was like, I don't know who this is. And they texted back and it's like, it's so and so from the studio. And I was like, how the hell did you get my phone number?
What the heck?
But I actually know why. I know why they have it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
oh, it was probably because you're an adult at Cabo.
No, there was one day where, oh gosh, when was that? I think it was back when like Cassidy and I both had COVID, or somebody had COVID. I had to make a whole bunch of phone calls, like a boatload, and I was at home. I couldn't go into the studio. And like Kristen was on vacation, so or something like that. It was some sort of situation where I was home and had to make a whole bunch of phone calls, so I had to call from my phone.
Ah, okay.
They sent you the little food picture.
A picture of food.
Yeah, and I was like, "Can you not?"
Was it was it like a
Why am I yelling? Was it like a
Yeah, right.
yeah,
So why are you yelling at me? Like, damn, I'm right here, Gary.
was it like a picture of like food to like a group of people? Like it was like one of those
No,
food
it was just to
food
me. It
stuff.
was based off of a conversation we had during a lesson.
I know. They're
And I
like,
was like, that's
well,
so
I gotta remember
weird.
now.
Yeah, I was like, leave me alone. And also, don't ever text me again, please. And then I was saying I had a student today or like send me a message on Facebook saying that they weren't making it to Metal Ball. And I was like, why wouldn't you just email the studio? Like, why do you have to hunt me down? I know, I get it, I'm cool or whatever, but like, can't you leave me alone?
They probably thought that nobody was at the studio.
Yeah, that's what she said. She was like, I didn't think anybody would see it. And I was like, well, Kristen and I both have these things called our phones. And like,
That's why I'm texting you. You have your
yeah,
phone.
right. She's like, that's why I'm texting you. And I was like, okay, well, I also have the internet and emails on my phone. So you can very easily just message me that way, please.
I was afraid that you didn't have your laptop.
Well,
How I mean if you don't have your laptop,
How can you check your email?
it's kind of like that, right? I'm saying it's kind of like that time I called Xfinity to cancel my cable because I didn't use it, never used it. I was only using the internet, but we got like, when you first move in somewhere, they like try to set you up with a deal or whatever. So like the best deal was like premium internet and cable for like such and such amount for like 2 years. And I was like, okay, so I went to go cancel the cable after the 2 years, and the guy had the nerve to ask me, like, I was literally saying, okay, we're only interested in using the internet, what are the different packages and like speeds or whatever. And he was like, so you wait, are you saying you want to cancel your cable? And I was like, yeah, that's why I'm here, that's why we're on this phone call. And he goes, but how are you gonna listen, or like how are you gonna catch up on the news? And I was like, bro, what? What do you mean, how am I going to catch up on the news?
Was he young?
No, maybe. I don't know. It was on the phone.
because maybe it's like maybe he's thinking you're older and that's like a sales tactic to make you stay.
In your current plan is just like, oh no, like
Yeah,
just tell the old people that they're not going to be able to
to
catch up on
check
their
on their
news.
news. Yeah. But I
Yeah,
was just really confused at like, what an interesting line of questioning. Hi, I'm looking to cancel my cable so I can only use the internet. My main concern is that I'm not going to be able to catch up on my news. Like, what?
that's the least of
Like,
your
if I
concern.
wanted to check up on the news, I can hop onto YouTube. I can go to like the MSNBC or the CNN or the Huffington Post app that's currently installed on my phone and check those things out.
Yeah,
What? Yeah,
yeah.
tripping.
Or
Anyhow,
I can hop on into Twitter.
I can just go onto Twitter.
or you can go on Facebook.
Facebook, or I can go onto Google, or literally anything on the internet.
Washington Post has a very nice Instagram.
You just type in what's new into Google and get the news. Do you want international news? Great. Google international news. NPR will show up. But how are you going to check your news?
Teaching cable.
Got me tripping. Anywho, all right. So all of that news stuff notwithstanding, Gary, we are at the end of this episode.
We are.
We went through it all. Minstrels, music, something else. The thing before
I
that.
created a wall.
We
I
got
created a wall. No, hold on. For that minstrel thing, I created a wall with my fellow peoples, and then we took it off the table and put it under.
nice. Well, it was just so funny, like, you
The
know.
lips were too red, man.
They were too red. They were just way too red.
They were just way too red and big.
They were too big and they were big. They were big and they were red.
It was too dark. It was too dark. It was too dark.
Like it wasn't even just like a black person. He was like black.
Black.
Like Negro. Like he was Negro, noir, like dark skinned. Like that was a black man with some red ass lips.
I was like, thank God there's no children here, because like I've been in situations where there's been like figurines like that around, and like the kid is like, Mommy, look, and I'm just like.
And the most wild part was having walking into the room. Who brought me in there? I think it might have been Jimmy. And I think it was you, Brielle, Rihanna, Bjorn, Jimmy, Annie, all of whom are black, and me all go in there, and he just like points over at the table, and I was like, all right, okay, all right, okay, I guess this is what we're doing. All right, well, guys, I don't know what to tell you, but I have things that I need to do. So I'm gonna go and take care of that stuff. And if y'all want to deal with this, by all means, be my guest. Because I've got students messaging me right now on Facebook. So I've got to deal with that. So hold on one sec. I've got to fix your speakers. There we go. Okay. Laugh again. Take it from where you left off.
Yeah. But yeah.
But that was, it's fun knowing that there are more black people in our area. We're growing in numbers. We might have one more joining the team come April, which is fun.
You haven't even seen using training class in Weymouth?
No, the training class the kid who was in training the other week, like trial training. Oh, I'll introduce you. His name was Christian. He was pretty cool.
What day? No, I said what day?
It was a Friday.
I don't think I was there Friday.
You definitely were.
Was a teacher.
You were definitely there. Anywho, wherever Gary was, he was there. But everyone, thank you so much for watching Next to the Floor. You have been so fantastic, fantastic audience in the sense that you haven't said anything, which allows us just to ramble nonsensically for about an hour. If you want to help support the stream, you can check us out at Patreon, on our Patreon at patreon.com/next to the floor. Links down in the bio. You can also check us out on all of our socials. There are so many of them. We've got a Twitch, which is twitch.tv/XXHeyJXX. We have a Facebook, Next to the Floor. You can check us out on YouTube, Next to the Floor. All of those links are in this description. You can also check out Gary because he wants to shameless plug himself or his Instagram or whatever for some reason. _good_guy_Gary. He was in the process of changing it a while back, but then he never did. So we'll see what happens with that.
What am I going to change it to?
I don't know. You said you were going to change it, so just jogging memories. But with that being said, thank you all so much for joining us on this wonderful whirlwind of a journey we've been on. Remember, it costs you $0 to be a good person. And until next time, when we might have a special guest on the show.
Woo! Can we invite Brielle?
Oh my God. There are no secrets. Anywho, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Good night. Oh, wait, hold on. I closed all of these things, so now I don't know where the music is. This is so awkward.
Why would I change it from good guy to good? I'm a good guy.
Why would you change who what?
Like, why would I change it from good guy to good? I'm a good guy. I think I'm a good guy. Maybe I'm not a good guy, and I want to change it because I'm not a good guy anymore.
Well,
No,
perhaps.
I remember why I wanted to change it. I wanted to change it because I was like, was it self-proclaimed? No, it wasn't self-proclaimed, but nobody knows that. So people are like thinking like, why would he name his Instagram Good Guy Gary? Does he think he's a good guy? Is that self-proclaimed? That's not cool if it's self-proclaimed. But it wasn't self-proclaimed. It was like a friend that was like, you're a pretty good guy. You're a pretty good guy. You should change your name to _good_guy_Gary. But it wasn't like they didn't say like underscore first, but apparently that name was taken, so I had to do an underscore. Yeah, never mind.
I've literally got nothing to say in response to that. Like, literally nothing.
Well, I mean, I remember why. Like, I remember the conversation that we had. Yeah.